Hello everyone, I am Purusha with Purusha's V Kitchen, and we're going to cook some quinoa tonight. Quinoa is good and high in protein and very, very good for children and adults alike. So tonight we're going to steam some quinoa and then saute it with some vegetables, sesame oil and aminos and some things like that, something that you can enjoy. I got my water on the boil, and the ratio for the water in the quinoa is basically 2 cups of water for 1 cup of quinoa. And so we're gonna, I got my 2 cups of water boiling and ready. So we're gonna put this quinoa in this cup, which this is a cup. Fill the cup up like that, kind of level. And then you're just pouring it in while the water is boiling. So we put the quinoa in there, and then we need to put a teaspoon of this virgin olive oil inside of it so it could be nice and flaky when it's done. You put 1 teaspoon of olive oil in, you stir it around, and then you let the quinoa come back to a boil. Once it starts boiling again, then you're going to just take the top, put it on, cut it off, and let it steep for about 10 minutes. And then your quinoa will fluff up like rice. Alrighty, it's coming back to a boil, and we're going to steep it. And we're going to turn it off. Alright, so we have got our quinoa. It is so pretty and fluffy. Yes, it is. I want you to see it. See? This is how it's supposed to be. And we are getting ready to stir fry this quinoa right up. So I'm putting my little skillet on here. And so what I have here, and to put in the stir fried quinoa, is we have a little virgin olive oil, a little liquid aminos, Bragg's aminos, some sesame oil, some onion powder, we have garlic powder, and then I have my fresh vegetables, broccoli, chopped carrots, mushroom, zucchini, and red pepper. And so we are getting ready to stir fry this quinoa. It's going to be so good. You can have it for lunch or dinner, and it's just so good for you. High in protein, and all the vegetables help to balance it out to make it, you know, a meal to go with either salad or greens. Always something green on your plate is always good. So let's do it. All right, so we're going to put this virgin olive oil in here first. Let it get a little warm. And we're going to add our carrots first. They take the longest to cook. Then we're going to put in this peppers. You put the vegetables that take a little longer than the other ones, you put them in first. You let them cook for just a few minutes. And then we're going to add our zucchini. And then we're going to add our broccoli. Once the heat hit everything, then it's going to cook the vegetables quite nicely. So we're going to let them saute a little bit. We're going to put the top on it. And just let it steam for a minute. The steam will develop in my skillet as the vegetables are cooking. Okay, so we have our vegetables that have sauteed, and we're going to put these nice pretty white mushrooms in it because they take very little to cook. And we're going to stir this around And now we're going to add our liquid aminos to the vegetables, which is going to give a little steam to it. That's going to help the vegetables taste very good, so they just don't taste bland when you add the quinoa. All right, this is coming together. And so now we're going to add our beautiful flaky quinoa. Ooh. Can't be flipping it out the skillet. It ain't gonna be none. All right, so once we mix the vegetables and the quinoa all together, then we have a little garlic granules that we're going to sprinkle on here, onion granules, and then we have some sesame oil. That just tops it right off. Okay. And so you just have to stir it, and so that all of the seasonings are evenly spread on the quinoa. So I have my skillet at 350, so I'm going to turn it down to 300 while all of the vegetables finish steaming and the quinoa is steady staying flaky while we stir it around. We don't want it to stick. Okay, and so there we have it. Vegetable stir-fried quinoa. All right, this is Purusha's V Kitchen coming at you, and we have made some stir-fried quinoa. And so we have a lot of vegetables in here that's very good for you. The broccoli, the carrots, the zucchini, peppers, and mushrooms. So this is stir-fried quinoa, and you can use it for lunch, dinner, and it's just a good dish, high in protein and very, very good for you. So thank you very much for tuning in, and this is Purusha at Purusha's V Kitchen. Thank you.